Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, actually, for all the Sri Lankans who's watching this video. Welcome to our live video from Holidays in Holland. And today we are going to have a virtual city tour through the city of Leiden. Those of you who have just joined us, we are going to go through the whole city of Leiden, the main attractions, and tell you what exactly Leiden means. And also at this moment, since we all cannot travel, we decided to make this video in order to see the monuments and the special attractions in Leiden, so that you can see all the attractions virtually from your mobile phone or your laptop. For those of you who doesn't know about Holidays in Holland, Holidays in Holland is the one and only European travel specialist for Sri Lankan travelers. If you are traveling from Sri Lanka to Europe, we are the specialized travel agency who's catering especially for Sri Lankan travelers who are traveling on business or on leisure to Europe. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's Holidays in Holland on YouTube. If you type, you will find our page, or our Facebook page. Tap on like. It's facebook.com/Holidays in Holland. There you will find an update and also about the new travel videos and the photos. So let's start this video. I'm actually at the gate of Leiden. As you can see, this is called the Zeil Port, or the Zeil Gate. Yeah, Zeil is the name of a river. I'm trying to enter Leiden from this gate and take you through the city. But before that, I have something special. I will turn the camera so that we can see. These are houseboats. Houseboats are houses on water where people live, and it's only in Holland you can see this. So this is a special category of houses where they use all the land available to build houses and for recreation. So this is a houseboat. And also we see today, as it's a Sunday, people are going fishing. Due to the coronavirus, the transport and everything came to a standstill, but little by little the numbers are now decreasing. Therefore people are moving out and they are keeping the distance. So I'm gonna show you another thing before we enter Leiden. This bridge is actually a bridge where you can open and close, which means you also can see the red and white pole. I just said that the bridge can be open and closed. That means that if a ship comes, a big boat comes, the bridge will be opening automatically through this system, the machinist. So people, the red and white pole means that the people who are in the car, they have to stop before the bridge and they have to wait until the bridge opens. So right now there is no big boat which is traveling through this bridge. but I wanted to show you that in the Netherlands, it's the only country in the world where there are bridges which are opening and closing when the boats are coming. As we can see, there is a big boat there with a large mast. So if such a boat comes through that bridge, because of the height, the bridge will open. So when you one day visit Holland or Europe, you can see that this situation. But now we are going to move into the city. As you can see, this is the city gate. This is called Zeil Gate. Actually, as we just now saw, Leiden is a city which is surrounded by water. So in the ancient days, people built city gates in order that they would come and go out of the city for fortification. This is a little bit like Gaul fort, but it's the same concept where it is, you can see the walls here, the ancient walls, and this is the city gate. And here you can see just in Gaul, in our Gaul fort, there is this emblem which shows that this is the city of Leiden. And we will go a little bit on the emblem. There are two keys. Two keys symbolizes mainly the emblem of Leiden and also the cannons. Mainly it has to do with the two keys, where Saint Peter, the disciple in the Bible, is the main patron. So yes, I came with my bike, so I'm gonna walk with my bike inside the city so we can see what's inside. It's a beautiful sunny day today, so I'm happy that we are outside. The summer has come already. These are the city gate with bricks. We can show you from the other side. This is the city gate. It's 3:10 here, the time, and we just entered the city of Leiden. Okay, let's go. The city is usually crowded, but these days, due to the virus, there are less number of people who are outside. But still, as I told you before, people are increasing and who are coming outside. And just wanted to show you how many bicycles here are being parked. So the next place we are going to is the harbor of Leiden. The harbor of Leiden is not a big harbor, but usually people who are coming as tourists, who are coming for canal rides, and also who want to go to other places like the flower fields and the nearby areas, they use this harbor, the harbor. So yeah, let's take a look at the harbor. I'm at the side of the harbor. There are people and ships and boats are allowed to anchor. So Leiden Harbour is usually mainly through fishermen and also through the tourists. As today is a Sunday, and also because of this crisis we don't see much boats, but still there are some where we can observe. Here is a small duck who's paddling in the harbor. Yeah, what we can see here is that people are enjoying the sun. Sun is something precious here. It's not every day that we have here in the sun in the Netherlands. So today is a wonderful day. It's 16-17 degrees, but the sun is there, and we also can see a swan who's also in the harbor. Yeah, one day when you come to Amsterdam, you will have this kind of boat to have a canal ride. But again, I want to emphasize that Amsterdam is very busy, and Leiden is just as Amsterdam, but the main important thing is it's very quiet. It's very quiet. So I recommend you all to come to Leiden to have a authentic experience. If you are coming to Holland, not only to Amsterdam, definitely visit Amsterdam, but also visit Leiden. So we are gonna move on. We're gonna walk towards the center of the city. This is the boat that we saw from the side. So in the future, I'm sure you can see a little bit inside the boat. So in the future, they are going to put curtains to make sure that the space between the passengers are equal. For example, 1.5 meters, so that every passenger can go safely without being concerned about this virus. We are now passing another bridge. This bridge is also possible to open. You can see it from the red and white stripes here. So if a boat comes which is higher than a specific height, then the bridge will open. And this is the small office where the bridge is being controlled. So I see also another set of houseboats in the center of the city. Maybe it's something for Sri Lanka. I'm sure our leaders have thought about it. But in order that the space can be used maximum, you can have houses on water. They have a beautiful view on the water. They have a small balcony with flowers. Only thing is it will get more cold in the winter because it's next to the water than a normal house. But for the rest, it's a good house. And don't think that this house, the sanitation and the water line, these are not going to the river, the canal. It's all being diverted to the proper sanitation or sewerage methods. So yes, let's continue our journey. And our next stop would be church. We are going along canals, and we also see that people are enjoying outside within their terraces. It's quiet here today, being a Sunday. The street is normally quiet as well. And you can see how the bikes are being parked. Holland is the country of bikes. There are lots of many more bikes than the number of people. This is also actually a houseboat. It's a very small. Now it's not a houseboat actually, but it's a place where people go on holiday. A small boat for 2 people. It's a small house. So we are entering the center of the city, and we are going to go to the other side of the road. Like, as you can see, it's very quiet, not many people. Yesterday it was very busy, but today not many people. Okay, from here I'm gonna cycle it a little bit. So we are going to cycle to the church. As you can see, there is a very good construction going on this road, and I seem to be the only person who's right now riding the bike on this street. It's very quiet. Building as we pass. What you just now saw is a mother's bicycle, where the mother has a small basket like thing in the front in order to get the children, carry the children. Okay, now we have come close to the church, and I'm going to stop the bike and walk from here. It's beautiful here, people are enjoying, as you can see. It's marvelous. And yeah, I will first show you what here you can see in the background is the City Hall of Leiden. This is the City Hall where we will go in a little while, but first we will go to the church. also wanted to show you again how people are enjoying the sun. Sun is precious here, more than in Sri Lanka. Yeah, how can I explain that? Because the number of days with sunlight is about four months. So every day the sun is there, people tend to go outside and enjoy. That's why we are also here, to enjoy a little bit of the sun. Again, you see the bikes here parked. Lot of bicycles. Even I am on my bicycle. So yeah, and you also see that the streets are very wobbly here because it's very ancient. It's not from bricks, but it's from granite. So these streets are made very earlier. Okay, we have come to the outside of the church. And this is called the Hooglandse, which means the Highland Church. This is a Gothic church which was built in the 1300s out of bricks. So this is one of the 6 churches in Leiden, and this is the tallest. So this church is used by the Protestant Church of the Netherlands, and you might not know, but most of the churches in the Netherlands, at least in Europe, they are no more used as real church, but they are used for other events. I will give you an example. This one, it's converted to a pool cafe. It's an earlier church, but now if you go inside, it's a pool cafe. I'll just show you how this building looks like. This is the building. So early it was a church. You can see the cross, and now it's a pool cafe. Yeah, that's a change of secularism that we have to live with in Europe. Not all churches, but most churches. Okay, and one thing I forgot is that here you can see a lot of restaurants, but all restaurants are closed. Closed because there is the government initiative as a precaution for the coronavirus. So these people who are sitting are not from the restaurant, for example. They are just sitting who are on the street. All these restaurants that I show you here are closed, which means that people cannot sit inside or outside and consume. They can only take it away. But from the 1st of June, it's going to be open for 30 people maximum with distance. So yes, I was talking about the Hooglandse church. That's a Highland church. This church was built in the 1300s. You just now heard a bell, an ancient bell, which is the bell of the church. And this church is now is being used by the Protestant church, which is actually used for the masses, for the services. And as I go around this church. I will also show you how the windows are being made. And also here an ancient tap to get water. So when you come to Europe, I'm sure you will see a lot of churches. Most of them are Gothic. You see how high the church is. So on the left, to your front, on the camera, you can see a small side building of this church. And this is the west wing of the Highland Church. And at the top you can see the cathedral, the chimney, where the bells are there, and also a clock is there. And I will emphasize on this emblem again. I told you that these two keys are the emblem of Leiden, the city of Leiden. The legend says that the disciple of Jesus, Saint Peter, he is the patron of this city. So he was given two keys to the city of Leiden, and therefore we see these two keys as the emblem to the city. And by the way, this Highlands church is dedicated to a Saint Pancreatus. So this is one of the churches which is dedicated to the saints. Okay, and next on our list is the fortress. In Dutch we call it the burg. And I am showing you now old restaurants here, which are all closed. They are built out of old bricks, but as you can see, it's empty and closed. People here are sitting, but these are actually houses than restaurants. So it's different to a normal day today. Less visitors, very less people, but it gives us the quietness to see the things we have to see during this virtual tour. So as I told you, we are now going to the fortress of Leiden. This is a fortress which was built actually during the 11th century. Actually, it's dating to the 9th century as a protection place. I will explain. But here you can see again the emblem with a lion and 2 keys. For those of you who joined just now, the 2 keys is the emblem of Leiden to signify that Leiden is the city of the keys to heaven, and these 2 keys, Saint Peter has these 2 keys. So he's the patron of this city. And now we are going to the fortress of Leiden through the cobbled streets. I'll just focus on a description. This is this is for a hotel, and centuries old hotel, which is next to the fortress. And what we see is here a cafe, the Fortress Cafe. So we are not here to go to the cafe, but we are going to go to the fortress from this gate. Okay, I will park my bike. Then we can go. Give me a second.
Ja, normaal is dan dit ook het terrasje als we dansen, weet je, dan staan die deuren daar open en dan is hier het terrasje mogelijk.
Oh, oké.
Niet om te dansen, dat gebeurt dan allemaal binnen, maar dan zitten mensen lekker hier.
Oké.
Zitten we lekker hier buiten. Op zomer is het altijd wel leuk, het is al leuk, weet je, al ga je maar het mee dansen doen.
Okay, so a little bit about the history of this place. This is a fortress which was built in the 10th century, and actually it was built on a place where 2 rivers come together, the New Rhine and the Outer Rhine, for fortification, for people who attack the city in order to protect themselves. The people built this place, and during the other centuries the fort got expanded, and also the walls. See, I'm just inside the fortress. The walls here were built up in the 11th and the 12th century. As you can see, these are very old walls, and also the area was elevated in order to protect from the enemies. So we are going to go around and see what's happening on this fortress. And apparently people decided to use another place as a fortress, so the influence and the role of this fortress as a protection place got reduced. So from 5 centuries onwards, from the 1500s, this is just a monument in Leiden. And we also can see children who are playing here. And we will go upstairs to see a better view. We will go up the stairs. Komen jullie mee? 10, 11, 12, 13. Kom maar. Gaan we even niet goed? Voordat jullie spijkerbroek op de billen helemaal is afgekleed. Yeah, you can also see the trees. And yeah, I'm just peeping from one area, one opening. Here you can see people who are enjoying the sun, but it's important to know that people are not close to each other. People are put in the distance, and families can be with each other, but people who are not strangers to each other are keeping the distance to avoid the virus. So yeah, I will also show you the scenery from this place. This is the city of Leiden from the fortress. As you can see, I am in a higher level. This is a small hill which I am in. So I can see the city very clearly. On the right hand side is it's a factory which is still being used to create the heat for the city. And we also see some ancient churches from here. So yeah, we are going to walk back, and what here we can see is an ancient well which is not being used anymore. Let's take the steps downstairs, and let's go to our final place of visit, which is the St. Peter's Church. This is the church where we just now visited. It's being shown beautifully here. Okay, time to go back again to our last attraction. Okay, here also you can see that this cafe is closed. So again I am telling that the situation is becoming very better, but on the 1st of June only all the cafes are being opened. So as we speak, we are passing the cobbled streets. These are very ancient streets made out of granite, as you can see. People are there, but most people are keeping the distance, which is very important at this juncture. Keeping the distance and enjoy. People are in queues for the ice cream. That's something good because it's today hot, so people are waiting for their ice cream. Okay, we were going towards the St. Peter's Church. Church, I would like to show you a small view of the City Hall. This is the City Hall of Leiden. It's an ancient building. I showed you this building from the far side, but now we are close enough to see it. And this is the middle part of the building. But as you can see, it's under restoration. Here is where you get certificates for your marriage, for your passport. You get your passport. And when your child is born, yeah, administrative things relating to where you live are being done in this place. I will also show you one time the emblem of Leiden here. Here the two keys are still there. The emblem. The streets are empty. but the buses are going, yeah, not very regularly, but normally. So yeah, let's go to our last place, the St. Peter's Church. Okay, here we turn right. Okay, we are entering a small street, very narrow, which is an ancient street, very wobbly. And we also definitely see that the cafes, the restaurants are closed. We have to live with it. It's nothing else. Okay, we are actually now very close to the St. Peter's Church. This square. This is the church which is dedicated to St. Peter. And we can see that these are ancient buildings again relating to the church, now converted to houses and hotels. And again, very quiet here. Very, very quiet. And we are little by little entering the church premises. And as you can see, this is I will show you from the left hand side. This is one of the church doors and the high rising glass windows. This is actually the main church in Leiden. I told you the story about the emblem, about the two keys. Two keys are the main components of the emblem in Leiden. So this church is dedicated to St. Peter, who actually has the patronship of this city. Let's take a look if it's possible, whether we can go inside, if it's open. Hello.
Oui.
Now the corona time is the best time to make quiet videos, because there are less people, less tourists, and the fact that I'm living here helps us. Holidays in Holland, we can make videos and help you come to as a virtual tour in this church. Now some young people are enjoying some football, and this is the St. Peter's square. Okay. This is actually the church which is built in the 1300s and it was renovated in the 1500s. And this is the main church in Leiden, where it's a Gothic church again. It belongs to the Protestant church of the Netherlands. And this is actually closed at the moment because of the crisis, but we can see a marvelous view from outside. And we also see children with parents who are playing tennis. Weet jullie of die kerk geopend is? Nee. Yeah, I just got the confirmation that the doors are closed. So, yeah, we can see it from outside only. So, nowadays we use this church as a real church, especially for Christmas, Easter, Good Friday and special religious days. But for the rest, it's a monumental church with a lot of paintings and also a lot of statues. So I want to thank you for looking at this video with me. Thank you for joining us. I want to say it's a privilege to take you through this tour. If you have not been a part of Holidays in Holland Facebook page, please feel free to put a like. It takes 2 seconds. And Holidays in Holland is always committed to give you the best service. You as Sri Lankans, if you all come to Holland or Europe, as a local ground handler, we would definitely help you to take the best service and to travel as a local, not in bus tours through capital city to capital city, but just as a local where you can enjoy the scenery all around. So I want to invite you, after this crisis is over, please come to Holland, please come to Europe. And we are there to help you, and we are there to serve you. If you don't if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/holidaysinholland. You can find our YouTube page. Just click on subscribe, and you will get access to a lot of videos which we are currently doing in Europe and in Holland. I want to thank you for joining us. And until the next time, until the next video, be healthy, be safe. Sri Lanka, we love you.